Well, Sun International was founded by Saul Kerzner in 1969. They own Grand West Casino, Sun City and Monticello in Chile.
Yeah, those are the core assets. Grand West is in the Western Cape in the old Goodwood Showgrounds. That's the biggest asset of the lot. But remember, it might have been founded by Saul Kerzner in 1969, but most recently Graham Stevens has taken over the CEO job. He is a tried and tested player in the international corporate finance arena, used to work for the Kerzner family, and you can see it. He's done a lot of purchases, sales, dispositions. They're expanding, building deals in South America, etc., etc.
Market cap here, 14.6 billion rand, price to earnings ratio of 20.8 and a dividend yield of just over 2%. Is Graham Stevens creating interest from an investment perspective in Sun International?
I think you can definitely see that also just again with the multiple. This is one of the more expensive shares in the market, but I think he's going about it the right way. I mean, they're changing their asset mix a little bit, which I think it is a little bit dispersed at the moment, and I'm really excited about their sort of acquisitions and the projects that they're putting forward in South America. I mean, then next day they're going to do something in Colombia as well, and I think out of all the hotel and gaming groups that we're going to look at today, it's the only one that has already started their push offshore, and I think that's going to be a nice defensive quality, especially with a weaker rand.
Is that offshore expansion the value unlock for Sun International?
Well, we know with stocks it's all about the narrative. What can you say about the future, which gets people excited, and that pushes up the forward price to earnings ratio. So I think the Colombian deal I've yet to kind of understand in full. They bought out the minorities in Monticello in Chile. Now they're merging their interests with another South American-based gaming corporation, in terms of which Sun International have like 50 or 55% on controlling stake in an enlarged entity. So there's that. Remember, the other big thing that's happening with them is they're attempting to get Gauteng gambling approval to move a casino license from the Morula Sun, which is somewhere out in Soshanguve or something, into the mainland central area, which if they can pull it off will be a major win, because of course there are quite a lot of people who live in the Centurion area who drive to Monte
another
Casino.
Monte Casino,
yeah,
in the mainland environment. Look at our share prices. We're seeing the same sell-off as we did in Soho Sun. Maybe this is an industry-wide issue, just a little bit of a sell-off across the board.
Yeah, it looks that way. I don't know why that sell-off would have come through just in the last little bit.
Paul?
Yeah, look, I mean, we've had a bit of a floppy market in the last little while, as we know. A lot of the retailers took a dive after the budget, in a sense that maybe discretionary income was under pressure.
It's probably a lot to do with the currency movement. I mean, I think with the rand blowing out in the last couple of weeks, and most of these companies being very, very SA-centric, while like I said,
I tell you what it is. The kind of people who gamble are also the kind of people who have large cars with very large exhaust pipes. And when they're gunning it down the highway to go and check in with their VIP status, the impact of increased petrol prices is going to be significant in terms of their gambling spending.
Paul has made the correlation with the downturn in the share prices that we're seeing across the board. Sun International, anything else you want to add?
No, I think just nice prospects offshore, especially. I think Chile a good place for them to do business. One of probably the better economies in South America.
Paul?
Yeah, personal disclosure, Graham Stevens is a friend of mine. I have very high regard for him and his deal-making abilities, and I think it is all about that asset quality and the globalization and the story there, in addition to the fact that they've got quite solid assets here. So for me, I'm going to turn off my antipathy towards gaming here and go hot on this one, because I think Graham can deliver value here as a corporate
I thought you were going to say because Graham is my friend, but I'm glad you said because he can deliver value. Hot or not?
I've also got to be hot. Sun International, definitely.
Is he your friend as well?
He's not my friend. I wish he was my friend.